Quick coaching lesson tonight, guys. I want you to stay away from anyone who is dealing with unresolved childhood trauma. Okay, what do I mean by that? Exactly what I said, right? You want to avoid anybody who has unresolved childhood trauma. The reason why is because people who are walking around out there, obviously adults, right? Adult men and women, for that matter, that are still out there interacting with other humans with their unresolved childhood trauma are going to be some of the most toxic, most manipulative, most underhanded, most backstabbing individuals that you will ever come across. Okay, they're going to be the most angry, they're going to be the most resentful, they're going to constantly be playing the victim, they're going to constantly backwards rationalize their attacks on you, like to justify it. You want to stay away from anybody who still has unresolved childhood trauma, because as kids, we've all gone through trauma, right? We've all had trauma. We've all had trauma. But most normal humans with enough courage and enough strength are able to overcome that childhood trauma. Maybe not all, but most of it, to the point where they can function as a normal, healthy, mentally sane human being who doesn't have narcissistic personality disorder, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, or any other mental, psychological disorder that is going to affect other people who are otherwise normal, right? So this is a big thing with people in my own social circle and people in my own life, just because my time's very limited these days. So I'm very discerning about who I spend my time with. I mean, both male and female, right? Most of the guys in my life are very high value guys. We all support each other. We all have each other's backs. But at the same time, we don't bother each other. We're all like lone wolves. We're all individuals. We all have our own lives going on. Same thing with the girls I date. They're all young. They're all very mature for their age. They're all just like good people, right? They're just good people. They're not like damaged. They're not damaged. I mean, a lot of times on my dating channel, I talk about damaged women, but you know what? There are also damaged men out there. Both male and female can be damaged, guys. And what makes them especially damaged, at least in the context of tonight's coaching video, is the fact that they still are dealing with unresolved childhood trauma, right? Whether they had a parent who was neglectful, they had a dad who beat them, or they grew up in a single mother household, which is usually the case these days, right? Single mother totally ruined this kid, and also turned the kid against his father. You'll notice a lot of single moms do that, like, oh, your father, your stupid father. It's one thing I can't stand about single moms. They always like just destroy the father, and the kid needs the father, right? But you have a lot of these people who are dealing with unresolved childhood trauma who came from these very turbulent homes, right? Very turbulent homes. And to a certain degree, nobody's had a perfect childhood, right? We've all had some kind of childhood trauma. But again, most of us have at least the mental maturity, or at least grow beyond our immaturity to the point where we can kind of identify what's wrong with us, right? We have enough self-awareness to identify, like, okay, I'm kind of a shitty person in this area, and I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to be a shitty person. I don't want to be a backstabber. I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? I want to be a good person, or at least the best person I can be. Whereas somebody with that's somebody who's like actually trying to fix themselves. I mean, if you're watching content like mine, you're probably trying to become the best version of yourself, right? That's what I try to help you do. Whereas people with unresolved childhood trauma, they're not going to be watching coaching videos like this, right? As a matter of fact, they're going to come on to coaching videos like this and piss on them. they're going to be the ones you see in the comment sections, like dropping shade on everyone, trying to troll, right? You see a lot of trolls sometimes in the comments, like for no reason. They're just trying to like start arguments with people, or they're just constantly like getting jealous, getting envious. That's another sign of unresolved childhood trauma. The person's constantly jealous, envious, angry that, oh, why, how come he gets to date these hot girls? Oh, what about me? It's ugly, you know. You start acting out like that, start trolling. You just lack that social empathy, you lack that social calibration, and your whole existence really revolves around you spreading your toxicity, right? Spreading your negativity, infecting others with negativity and toxicity, like really just making sure that other people don't enjoy their lives, right? It's like you get satisfaction and get a high off of making sure others are not happy. Does that make sense? Right? It's like you actually get that 2-second dirty high I talk about by making other people feel bad about themselves. And that is a sign of somebody with unresolved childhood trauma. And like I said, guys, I mean, these people are beyond help, right? First and foremost, they're extreme narcissists. So you can't, it's very hard to fix somebody who is narcissistic, right? So people with unresolved childhood trauma tend to be extreme narcissists. And if they're already an adult and they still haven't fixed this, and they're still traitors, backstabbers, manipulators, trollers, right? And they're still acting out like that, they're really beyond help at this point. The best thing you can do is avoid them, not enable them, definitely don't support them, right? And just avoid them at all costs. Okay, avoid them at all costs. As Robert Greene says in the 48 Laws of Power, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. As harsh as that sounds, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky, because they will bring that into your life. They will. Okay, they will. And especially when it comes to people who are out there being as toxic as they are, because they still have that unresolved childhood trauma, it just shows how weak they are, right? It just shows how weak and what a little bitch they are, that they can't just fix themselves on a basic level enough to treat other human beings with social compassion, right? With some social empathy. Sad. So that's all I really want to say for tonight's coaching videos. You really want to avoid people who have unresolved childhood trauma, because these people are exhausting. You're never going to be able to sleep at night, because they're always going to be manufacturing some type of drama that's going to keep you awake, that's going to just annoy you. And like I said, these people are really just damaged, you know, and the best thing you can do is avoid them. They're already adults, and if they're adults and they're still acting out the way they are, it's because they've had too many enablers in their life. And the best thing you can do is separate yourselves from them. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets, signing out here in my DeLorean. Actually just came from the beach with my girl today, and it was a great day at the beach. Lots of waves, especially if you're a surfer and you like surfing, you would love the beach today. And just decided to bang out some coaching videos because she had to shoot off to work. So I'm doing that for you guys. So I'm going to wrap up here. As always, don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Very important you subscribe, guys. It helps me out a ton. Helps me reach other guys just like you. And obviously, YouTube doesn't like to promote coaching videos like mine, so I need your help by subscribing to my channel.